Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We are in a dangerous situation here. I'm a little worried about this battle. To be clear, I don't think these beastmen armies are that dangerous. There's not a lot of minotaurs left, and the other units here are really not too scary. It's just a bunch of gore. We've seen how gore fail to fight dwarves. We saw in that last battle a very small number of dwarves hold off a much larger number of gore and eventually drive them off the map. And then they got some Ungor, they got some Ungor raiders, who we can almost entirely ignore as long as we are careful not to let them shoot at Slayers, because Slayers have no armor and will take fall damage from them. And then this army obviously is nothing. This is what I'm mostly worried about. All of these units of Chosen are torn up, but altogether, this is still a very large number of Chosen. In addition, they have a full-strength unit of level 9 Chaos Warriors with some kind of additional trait. I don't know what it is that makes the Mirror Guard special exactly. I don't know how these stats compare to normal Chaos Warriors, and there aren't any normal Chaos Warriors here for us to check that against. They have some Horse Masters, which are whatever. There's not enough of them to be terribly dangerous. Chaos Spawn are, of course, terrifying. Ooh, these ones are sundering. Okay, that's bad. But they have no armor and they're large, and we can probably deal with them. What I'm really most worried about is the Summoners of Rage here, these Dragon Ogres, and Kolek himself. And also there's a half-health Chaos Exalted hero here, which is dangerous. We did see one of these guys do a tremendous amount of work in that last battle. Kolek himself is at full health. He does massive armor-piercing damage in a pretty large area. He causes terror. I'm real worried about him. Okay, so he has increased missile resistance. 25%. That's not that big a deal. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of Quarrelers who are not going to be able to get through his armor very well. And honestly, our armies are in pretty bad shape. Like, Guthrie's got some Longbeards and some Quarrelers, but his Slayers may as well not even be here. The good news is, most of our artillery is still in really good shape, so we just need to rely on our artillery to win this. Also, there is almost no ranged here. There's this unit of Horsemasters and these guys, so our Gyrocopters should be able to get pretty much whatever they want. But yeah, we have a lot of units in really, really bad shape. Grombrindle and Thorgrim are both actually fine, so they'll contribute a lot. And Grombrindle in particular should be pretty good at fighting Kolek, I think. Grombrindle has some anti-large, doesn't he? 15. That's not bad. And you have 4. Okay, that's less impressive. Whatever. The two of them working together can take him on. We gotta be real careful with Guthrie, by the way. It is still possible for Guthrie to die. He is not immortal like a legendary lord. Alright, let's assign our Razor Standard. It's just armor-piercing damage, so it won't affect missiles. So I think we'll just throw it on one of the units of Longbeards, a relatively healthy unit of Longbeards. They can hopefully get through the Chosen a little bit. We saw last time that a unit of Longbeards can hold a unit of Chosen in place for a really long time. So some of this is going to come down to how the reinforcements break, where everybody comes into the map. It would be best for us for their reinforcements to come in behind them and our reinforcements to come in behind us. That gives us the best chance of being able to use a lot of our siege weaponry for a long time. If we end up with another situation where there's like weird outflanking going on, it could be really bad for us depending on how it ends up. Mostly it matters where Kolek's army comes in relative to the rest of our stuff. Okay, everything is coming in back there except for one army. Okay, this is the tiny Warherd of Chaos army that we can almost ignore. So the Warriors of Chaos are coming in back there. And so are... Man, this is bad. Okay. Well, let's set up this way. Try to give our reinforcements some chance of joining up with us. We can just put a very small number of units back here, because this Warherds of Chaos unit is like 30 guys. Put a couple units of Longbeards, and I guess all the Quarrelers back here because they can just run back over here by the time we actually join battle. You hear that? The dwarves feel like there might be a grudge or two here. We have to be super, super careful with Guthrie. This is grim. We are in some danger. It's bad that this setup ended up this way. All right, just the moment those guys are in range, we got to turn the organ guns on the Minotaurs. All right, so hold on. What do we want to do here? We probably want to group these two armies up, right? The same way we did last time. Making an actual move toward this army is maybe not super reasonable, but we can threaten this army from the side and have these guys come up to join us. That might be more sensible. We can pressure the Chaos dudes from the back. So why doesn't everybody just get over here as fast as possible? That should be close enough. Yeah, sorry, there's going to be a lot of pausing again. It's not quite as necessary this time, but it's still necessary. So yeah, let's move these guys up here. I do want all of you to focus on him, because this is just a gore herd with shields. We'll handle that with 2 units of Longbeards pretty easily. Those Minotaurs are still behind. Yeah, if we take the Minotaurs out of this army, it's really not very dangerous anymore. The Beast Lord, I guess, is still sort of a problem. Okay. Artillery needs to run. Who doesn't have orders? You guys don't have orders. Yeah, it would be great if we could meet up here. What do I want to do with this gyrocopter? This Chaos army has only the 1 ranged unit. I think the gyrocopter just rushes Chaos, right? I don't care about this stuff at all. I'm not afraid of the Horsemasters. They do okay damage, but that unit is pretty torn up. I think we should be okay. Alright. Yeah, sorry about all the pausing. There's going to be a lot of it. I need to make sure that this goes alright. For you, right now, I guess we just fire... I don't know, try to hit the Minotaurs? Maybe that'll work. These cannons should also try to hit these Minotaurs. And everything's on guard mode, so we don't have to worry about them, like, chasing. Try to make some kind of sensible line here. Yeah, this army has seen better days. It's over yet?
To attack! Nothing can stop us!
Alright, those guys will break and run right off. He is quickly giving up.
Will do.
We may not actually need a flank here. Alright, we're doing some work. Okay, everybody is running as fast as they can. This gore herd is not really going to be a problem. I'm much more worried about this. So Kolek's Sun Eater is extremely large. It's hard to tell exactly how large because these guys are so far in the background. But yeah, all of this stuff. This is really what I'm worried about. As he gets closer, it will become imperative that we turn our attention to him. So some of the Minotaurs are breaking off and heading toward this other army, which means we should probably refocus the siege weapons in this army on those Minotaurs instead of the other ones. And the gyrocopter needs to do the gyrocopter thing. So we need to drop bombs on the tightest cluster of dudes possible, which seems to be right here. Alright, we got some reasonable damage done there. And it looks like we're distracting some of them as well. We might be able to do that thing again, right? Where we keep some of the armies disconnected. These gore herds. So this sucks. These gore herds are going to sacrifice themselves to grab the attention of some of our guys to allow Kolek to grab them. So we need to do something about that. The good news is this splintering makes it easier for this army to handle this stuff. This could be more dangerous than it is going to end up being. Guthrie probably needs to summon his ancestor. Where at? Where do we do this? Hold on. These guys finished their jobs. These guys need to come forward. Actually, probably I could give some more specific orders here. You guys need to get up there. You lot need to be more like that. Okay. Or even just... yeah, just get the Minotaurs. We don't need to run back and make formation. We need to get the Minotaurs. Although the gunners have turned so much that they are now sticking out in front of the Longbeards, which is dangerous. So do we need to summon the Ancestor over here to distract these Gore Herd, or is it going to be, like, is this guy going to be a real danger? You know what, let's do it here. I guess we'll do it here. We'll try to grab the Beast Lord with him, just keep him out of the units until we're more set. This is a big deal. If this battle goes well for us, it probably ends the Warherd of Chaos faction. So now, do we need to turn around? Are we going to be okay here? Fortunately, Grombrindal's one of the slower guys, so he can, when it looks like we're not going to be able to get away from Kolek, which is what it's starting to look like, he can just turn around and throw down with him. Nope, he's breaking off, or he's doing... I don't know what he's doing. Alright, it is obvious that Kolek has made his decision. Turn around. So you guys turn around and do that. You turn around and hit him. I'm going to stop the Thunderers, have them turn around and start firing. I'm going to try to buy time for the Organ Gunners to make it behind them. Alright, here's the deal. Kolek gets every grenade. Every one of our grenades goes directly into this guy's face. That's the move. Somebody has to fight the Gore, I guess. The miners should probably turn around. You guys should turn around. I guess let's make sure the Gore Herd gets out of here. If we can make this just our tough characters against Kolek, that'll give the rest of our units time to spread out and get to a place that is more sensible for them. And over here... Alright, I did get the Dwarf Warriors turned around in time. Unfortunately, Dwarf Warriors versus Minotaurs is not a great battle. You need to grab that Beast Lord. Focus on the Gore Herd, focus on the Gore Herd. Just do whatever you can. Actually, I'm going to run this unit of Dwarf Warriors over to here. Yeah, we can mostly ignore the archers. I might want to actually back up these Giant Slayers if I want them to be able to survive the battle. Or maybe the smart thing to do is not to try to hold these guys and keep them alive for replenishment, but rather to, like, be ready to spend them to buy us time. Actually, you know what I'm going to do with them? I'm going to try to run them over to meet this army. Maybe they can hit something in the back. Alright, so that Gore Herd doesn't even have shields. We should make pretty short work of them. Thorgrim probably can't go over and contribute to the battle against Kolek, right? Because we need him here to intercept these Minotaurs, and he's not fast enough to get back if we run him off anywhere. I'm just going to have him stand all the way in front. Okay. Alright, it's working. He's fighting the Thunderers instead of the Siege Crew. Grombrindal, focus, man. It's getting a little distracted. Come on, quickly.
Is it time? Hey!
Alright. Toggle off guard mode for you. Do not ever stop chasing this dude. Okay, he doesn't like to get blown up that much. He's a terrifying combatant, but he's scared. There's really a lot of grenades. I guess I get where he's coming from. Alright, let's turn off your guard mode. It looks like the Horsemasters have abandoned this part of the battle. They're riding off for something else. So you can just harass some Chosen. The Halberd Chosen are not the super scariest. Where's the unit that has the great weapons? Here. Kill those guys. Now remember, Kolek fleeing here does not mean he is defeated. He will come back. You guys can work those Minotaurs over. Or actually, we need them to come forward and work on the Chaos Spawns. Chaos Spawns have no armor and everything. You guys need to work the Minotaurs. Cannon's already targeting them. The Grudge Thrower needs to start in on, like... Actually, the cannons probably should start in on these guys too, right? They're large, they're terrifying. He's already broken, so I'm gonna Like, we gotta take a moment here. While he is fleeing, let him flee. We can take a minute to work over the rest of his incoming force. These guys need to form up. We need to get the gun line in place.
Pasta! As you say! On the way!
Okay. That's going. Over here, this is going. Hey, there's guys in my artillery line. Could you please fix that? Looks like we're getting a lot of breakage, though. That's good. Where are guys? You guys need to get up here and continue breaking stuff. That gore herd is probably next. He's holding off that lord, but he's also fading quickly. We gotta do something about that. Well, this has to get done first, though. Yeah, I'm real worried, obviously. The amount of pausing tells you that I'm really worried.
Attack the Earth! We demand blood! Find your targets! Shoot!
Start working Kolek over again. Let's see if we can turn him around.
Organ Gunner!
I'm gonna have the organ gunners keep doing what they're doing.
Satisfy the grudge! Let the vengeance begin!
Okay, those guys are out.
Take the targets well!
Gotta get these Chaos Warriors.
War of vengeance! Understood, Lord!
Shoot him in the back. Alright, now that it looks like there's no more enemies coming this way, we do need to move Thorgrim over. And in fact, these units need to head this way. Okay, so the Chaos Spawn are almost dead.
The White Dwarf!
Huh, that went on cooldown without him spending the charge. That's weird.
Withdraw! To it!
We're pretty lucky here that Kolek ran so far ahead of his army. If he had just stayed with them, he'd be in really good shape. But because he ran so far ahead, we're getting ample opportunity to do some good damage to him. Oh, this is bad. That's a huge amount of lightning that is currently coming toward us. Are you guys moving? We should probably move up a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to disrupt your throwing too much. Actually, never mind. They're out of grenades anyway. Yeah, get up here. Be part of the battle. Everybody get out of the lightning, basically. Alright, so Kolek's actually almost down. The Chosen will be... Here, let's focus on the Dragon Ogres. If Kolek breaks and runs out of there, they might lose their... They might lose some morale. But we still have to be a little bit careful about the artillery because they do have cavalry, right? We could still potentially lose some artillery to them. What do we have coming in? It's a very, very small amount of gore. I think we can We can start moving these guys this way. We'll have to reevaluate that over time. You all need to get in on that guy. You need to get in on that guy. This is pretty good. I apparently told these Longbeards to attack the thing and then did not pay attention as they ran into the distance. That's fine. Yeah, get over here. Everybody just fight. I think we've won this thing on the bottom. And the Chaos guys have done a lot of damage to themselves with their tactics here. So let's start firing the catapults and the organ guns at the oncoming enemies. We can buy ourselves some... get some real damage done here as they approach. I guess... Who do I want to aim at first? I guess these guys. Because that way, like, even if the shots miss a little bit, they might still hit the Chaos Warriors. And you... should buff the ranged, and then also... His projectiles are instant, I think, so he can't miss the cavalry the way other people can. Slayers, move aside. Get out of the lightning. Stay away from the lightning. Oh, it's chasing him. Okay. Didn't actually do much damage. Get over here. Apparently there were some cannons that came in from the edge of the map recently. Oh, you know what? We had slightly... I counted before the battle. We had 42 units. So we didn't have all of our units come on at the same time. So these cannons probably just came on. That's not super safe for them, but it does mean we get to do some nice flanking damage. It looks like these great weapon guys have gotten really torn up. I guess try to hit the Chaos Knights. The Chaos Knights are simultaneously very annoying and also the greatest threat to those cannons. So maybe we can be rid of them here. I mean, the odds that we manage to catch them are pretty poor. Yeah, we just need bodies over here, man. I think I'm going to save the cooldown on my abilities. Let's finish off these Dragon Ogres if you can. This unit of Giant Slayers is probably not getting much done. And as soon as we are clear here, like as soon as we are actually clear here, we need to start moving. Which is why I keep zooming back over here. Finish off that Gore Herd. Alright, wounded Kolek. As soon as these guys properly break. Guess we're gonna have to deal with you, aren't we? Organ Gunners need to move forward.
Strike out! Range far, range fast! Longbeards, dwarf warriors, go!
Okay, the Raiders are out of ammo, so this should be over soon over here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rangers are out of ammunition already. Okay, the Giant Slayers seem to actually be doing the job on these Chaos Knights, or maybe it's the cannon fire. Let's re-aim the cannons here, and we got our other unit that is late to the battle, which is actually a pretty okay unit to have show up late to this battle. Alright, let's figure out the targeting priority on these guys. I mean, it's probably just make there be fewer chosen, right? You need to get in there. You need to get in there. What's the range on... Oh, I guess we don't have... Oh, Flash Bomb only recharges while he's engaged in melee. So yeah, he needs to get in there. You guys are dead. So back up. I don't like you're not probably going to be able to contribute in any meaningful way here. We still have a lot more Chaos guys coming in than I'm comfortable with. Minus 27 melee defense. Let's see if we can kill their hero. If we can kill their hero, then they have no leadership bubble over here, which would be really good for us. And the Rangers are just going to have to actually get in. They're not terrible melee combatants. They are okay at that job. You can definitely get something done there. You keep working those guys over. You're not done with them. But this unit of Longbeards can actually come over here and get into the battle now. Hey, yeah, actually, everybody else keep working those guys. Good cannon fire. Working guns are doing what they can. Either the hammerers maybe needs to be ready to act. Let's see here. Who's still looking... Those Chosen are looking a little too healthy for my taste. Let's drop their melee defense. Everybody dies. Yeah, we could have been in a lot of danger here if the Chaos Army had stayed together. I think they really hurt themselves by splitting up the way they did. Letting the faster units get to us so much earlier than the rest of them. Like, imagine how differently that goes if the Chosen are the front line and run into us and hold us in place, right? We've seen how long Chosen versus Longbeards goes on. And then they use the Dragon Ogres to, like, flank at all, or... That could have gone much, much, much worse. Man, Guthrie Gunderdrak is the hero of the campaign. Like, it's easy to remember the names of the legendary lords, and of course, their great deeds, because, like, Ungrim has killed thousands and thousands of people personally, by himself with his axe. And, you know, Thorgrim's tough as hell, and Grombrindle has... I don't know what Grombrindle's deal is by default, but I know that we have him shooting fire at people all the time and stuff, but I think Guthrie has really been tremendously important. Guthrie Grunderdrak, hero of all dwarf kind. Alright, as you might expect, all of the captives get put to the axe. Alright, so that's Kolek down. The Chaos Forces are starting to run a little low on Legendary Lords. I think that Kislev, by the way, may have saved our lives there. Another full Beastmen stack could easily have turned that tide, right? I'm still not sure what we're going to do on our actual turn here. We still got to be worried about all this nonsense. For some reason, the game snapped the map all the way around the world there. These guys are at least slow to attack. Right, they rode up on cities, but they're, like, raiding and stuff. We have some time. What? I extremely do not have time for this clan wars bullshit. I don't know. Mind dispute. We need money. We're gonna have to hire a lot of soldiers over the next few turns. So yeah, we're being raided. I have a grudge to defeat the raider. Troll Country's gonna have a rebellion because of all the raiding. Guthrie's a taskmaster, and he is the Stormblight. He has defeated Kolek Suneater, sort of, while not being involved in the battle at all. Plus 10 bonus versus large. We got a better trait than this, like a trait that is strictly better than this for defeating Wintertooth guy, right? Didn't we, Throg? Wasn't Throg's thing a bigger bonus versus large and then also some weapon damage or something? We've acquired ourselves an Ancestor rune, which allows somebody to make a unit unbreakable. It's kind of not super relevant. Dwarves mostly break through death. Okay, so... yeah, this is what's left of Kolek's army. This is a situation. Sioktraken needs 2 turns to get its improved garrison up. Well, we start it, right? We try. Okay, what's the deal with Troll Country? Are we going to lose Troll Country? Part of the problem is that this Warherd army has risen the chaos corruption in the area by so much. Yeah, -9 from corruption, -3 from raiding, -8 from events, really? Oh, Confederation, right. I didn't even think about that aspect of Confederation because we've been so good on public order for so long. But that plus all the chaos corruption is really becoming an issue. Okay. Guthrie, more points for you. What was I doing with you? You were getting strong. Personally strong.
I am the White Dwarf.
So we've lost some heroes. Flash Bomb was good. What do I want to do with you next? We could go yellow line with him from here. I will say that our individual heroes have definitely been something of a savior over these last couple of battles. The heroes have done tremendous work. And he already has Grimnir's heirs maxed out. Yeah, you know what? Let's toughen him up. We probably don't want to go Ancestral Grudge. Scarred Veteran will do. Who else needs levels? You need levels. Okay, you're all maxed out, so let's just get you move speed so that you can be in battle more. God, I wish some of these people were immortal.
By the king's command.
Okay, what do I do with you? Gotrek Oathkeeper. Can you kill... Yeah, let's get rid of some agents. He's not going to be able to do any meaningful damage to the... I don't think you can use your abilities on the water. It would be good for him to use his abilities on those armies. I just don't think he can. Okay, we need to have a number of these armies fall back. We need to figure out what our plan is with these armies, I guess. So, like, Guthrie, how far can you get with 50% movement range left? Not far enough to be close to Sioktraken. Alright, what I'm thinking here... first of all, what I'm thinking is that Troll Country, as valuable as it is, like, we have to let it fall. Because Scully needs to get over here and save some lives. So I want him to come down in the front, but within reinforcement range of Sioktraken.
My anger burns bright.
Okay. Good. Now we have somewhere to fall back to.
The gods deny such action.
They still have 2 full, perfectly healthy stacks. And all of this garbage. I guess this is irrelevant. This is irrelevant. Actually not capable of doing anything meaningful. This army... Yeah, this army's broken up enough. It's still over 100 chosen, which I'm worried about. Actually, like 200 chosen, right? Including these ones. So that's still something to be worried about. Kislev drawing away this one beastman army seems to have driven that group of beastmen south, so hopefully Kislev will be able to defend themselves there. So yeah, we really just have to worry about this. This with 100 chosen as backup. So who gets to go into Sioktraken and get the replenishment? It should probably be whoever has the most units left.
Let us begin.
Yeah. These guys, right?
You have my axe.
So we get the replenishment effect over the largest possible number of units.
Fearless and unbreakable.
And we are not even close to having any regiments of renown come in to save us. Oh, okay.
Move in.
Thorgrim can get back into Sioktraken's reinforcement range and go into encampment. Awesome. And then Guthrie just underways over here, so he's in range. He's getting replenishment. You guys can do a little bit of recruitment. No, we have no local military buildings. Shoot. Well, we can grab a unit.
You know who I am.
Have Grombrindle grab something that'll show up in one turn, like a unit of, oh boy. Not great options here. I guess Warlords with great weapons at least allows us to get some more great weapons in here, some more armor piercing in one turn. I suppose the question really is, do I think I only have one turn? Because it would definitely be better to pull in like a real grown-up unit, like some Giant Slayers or something.
I think not.
Yeah, these guys won't be able to siege us next turn. This should work.
I'll do it.
Who's using up all of my recruitment slots? Where's the rest of my force?
Restless.
Alright, you guys are doing what you gotta do. It is hard to see the edge of our movement range on the sand.
Armed and ready. On my way. What?
Actually, Ungrim needs to slow down a little bit. He's significantly faster than Crag is. Okay, they're close enough together.
For clan honor.
You probably can't actually do anything meaningful, right? You're not going to be able to catch up with them.
Clan and hold.
I guess what we can do with these guys is start moving them this way with the intent of moving them across the ocean. What? Why did you stop moving? This is weird. Okay. So Grombrindle's recruiting. Country's up here. Crag has moved already. Delid Steelbeard is definitely not using our recruitment slots. We just like... I guess I should move closer before committing myself to land there. It's a very, very weak Skaven army. Well...
I'm leaving.
We're a threat to them, at least. I don't necessarily want to declare war here, but us being here will maybe make them think twice, because they know that we're the ally of the Lore Masters. Alright, you are headed toward maybe eventually interacting with some Bjornlings. What other army do we have? Vragni, Runai, or Truai. I don't know what the heck you were doing. Okay, Tecton Halfhand is using all of our... Wait, this should all be local? Oh, no, this is all global. He was also recruiting local, right. He needs ranged units. These guys are probably... Can we still not see them? Yeah. These are probably mostly Norska. So it should be fine to bring in largely Quarrelers. Maybe we'll do, like, 2 and 2. Yeah, that army might be actually extremely important. So you also need to get on the local recruitment. Yeah, honestly, like, we just need a lot of Iron Breakers. I guess we should start recruiting our siege stuff early, because it takes a little bit longer. So let's cut these. We'll grab... Yeah, we'll grab that stuff. Okay. Reinforcements. We're coming, maybe. We're at least going to have a lot of dwarves with weapons ready to go. All right, I think that's all the stuff we want to do with our armies this turn. We can finally cap out Carricade Peaks. That's been a long time coming. I'm going to spend the money and population here. If we're able to hold them off long enough to put up walls here, we will want there to be walls here. But maybe I should not plan on being able to do that, and instead should use the population here to put up walls around Kazad Bordkarag so that we're more likely to hold that if this falters. I don't think this is going to falter. I think we can... Maybe. I think we can do this. We can probably do this. I'm going to spend it here. This is me planning for success. Granite Massif. Yeah, I mean, this stuff doesn't matter that much. Let's put up walls here, just in case. We should probably... How many more turns of this effect do we have? 4? I'm going to turn off taxation of this province. It's not really bringing in that much money, and we need to preserve the public order. Here we can afford to blow it, like it's fine. We're high enough up. We need to check all of our provinces real quick for approval problems. We'll be fine here. In most places, we should be extremely fine. We have a lot of beer buildings, and we also should have a really high supply of public order that we can afford to burn through for a little while. Yeah, it looks like most places are good. We really only need to be worried about places that are in the red and negative. Northern Oblast is in trouble. We'll turn off taxation here for a few turns. Whoa, that does not scroll gently. And Troll Country's going to break, and there's not a lot I can do about it. We have more important stuff to do. We'll come back and fix it. We will retake it. If Kislev takes Erengrad from me, I swear to God, like if we lose it to the rebellion, and then Kislev grabs it. I built a defensive structure here. Yeah, we have a 17-unit garrison. Actually, Erengrad may well just hold out. Okay, there's nothing else for us to do. We only have 184 gold. Even if there was something else for me to do, I couldn't do it, so... There we go. Guthrie Gondradrak, hero of the Dwarven Empire and also Pathfinder. Okay, critical failure to assault the garrison. That's awesome. That hero wounded himself. Yeah, they're getting in. So we do have to worry about them actually replenishing this army, but obviously we have
Welcome to my
slightly more
throne.
pressing concerns. Boy, I just do not have time for you right now, man. Bretonia man. I mean, he has military alliances with all the people we have military alliances with. Or sorry, with many of the people we have defensive alliances with. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to make a proper military alliance with the Empire and Bretonia. The military alliances are so dangerous, though. My only real concern with not making them is that making them, obviously, is a pretty large relations boost. But the defensive alliance should be enough to secure our relations. Norska's got all this time to replenish. That's really unfortunate. We had them on the back foot. We eliminated Wintertooth. We had Norska, like, ready to go. I just needed a little bit more time. Alright, so because we're allied with the, because we have a defensive alliance with the Lore Masters, once we get up onto land here, we'll start replenishing. This is friendly territory. And then we can maybe make something happen. Actually, once we make landfall, the temple will be unassailable as well, because we'll be part of the battle. So we'll drive these guys off, which the Lore Masters will not respond to, I imagine. But if they were a player, they would be very thankful we had arrived. Alright, so there's all kinds of Tomb King nonsense happening in the southern deserts that we really don't care about. I just need to get to the other side here.
So I won't pretend otherwise.
I guess we have to go to war with these guys because they're holding part Archon the Black.
Welcome to my throne.
Yes. Sure, I will.
Come.
At this point, I would undertake any contract with those dwarves down there, especially any contract that involves them paying me. Because obviously we need to confederate them, although we'll see. We'll see if we're in any kind of state to do that. I'm just going to fall back to the place where the walls are. That's fair. Join your war against the Wood Elves. I really do not have time for war against the Wood Elves right now. I understand where you're coming from. I don't even necessarily disagree with you that somebody needs to wipe out the Wood Elves. I just don't have the time. Yep, and he's coming home because he recognizes the threat of the Bjornlings. We can probably ask Clan Angrund. I should have done that. We can probably ask Clan Angrund to come down here and help us with the Bjornlings. Alright. The one healthy Warherd army in our territory plus the other one healthy Warherd army over here. Actually, Kislev did quite a bit of damage to those guys. And the really injured ones are, like, underweighing past the mountains. They're just going to run around and raid and harass us, and that's fine. Oh, I'm not actually at war with the Bjornlings. Huh. Well, I mean, we can't... I'm not going to break my defensive alliance with the Khemri over this. We will enter the war on their side. We would have been at war with the Bjornlings sooner or later, no matter how that went, so... Yeah, the Bjornlings made some enemies there. Weird of them to declare war on Khemri when they were so close to sacking all of this stuff. Okay, so yeah, Malefac's Hellcaster managed to injure himself attempting to assault our garrison. And Guthrie Grunderdrak has gone insane! He's been present in a region with high chaos corruption for too long. Plus 20 weapon damage, minus 15 melee defense. This really sucks, actually. And minus 5 public order in his province. Well, Guthrie Grunderdrak, hero of all dwarf kind, pathfinder, and madman. Listen, we knew there were going to be casualties. Okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of, like, dwarf warriors or something. We just need units. We need bodies. I guess it makes more sense. Where does a quarreler with a great weapon line up against a warrior with a great weapon? Honestly, the great weapon warriors aren't that much better at fighting. And the quarrelers have bows. So yeah, let's do that. Unfortunately, it takes 2 turns to recruit Thunderers via the recruitment pool, but we'll just grab 5 units of Quarrelers here, and then we have 1 more slot left. So I'm going to also recruit a unit of Quarrelers for you. We just need bodies up here, man.
The throng agrees.
Lord of Clan Morgrim, casting the runes.
It looks like they're planning to land north of Silktraken, so I'm going to have the Healthy Army stand up there.
It's as good as done.
And we're all going to stand here in encampment mode because encampment mode confers leadership and melee defense bonuses. I feel really bad for Guthrie now. Right after we were saying all that stuff about how important he was, he goes insane from all of the chaos corruption. Well, Guthrie the Mad will be our savior yet, I suspect. Okay, so we have to be pretty careful about how we travel here in order to not get a ton of desert attrition. And it's a long run. Now, we don't actually have to go to Vulture Mountain yet. Eye of the Panther is definitely our first goal, so we can afford to move north a little bit.
I'm off.
To die in battle.
Ungrim, you do not get to die yet. You are too important.
The Slayer throng moves.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Okay, yeah, we're taking very, very minor attrition damage. And remember, this is friendly territory, so we are replenishing here as well.
Moving? What orders? Yes, let's move.
Okay, what else do we need to do? Up north, like, if they weren't in the water, I would try some stuff on them. I think we're just going to let them come up. Can I, like, I can't affect them while they're in, with the hero while they're in the water. So the hero should go somewhere else and affect somebody else. We can just throw down, oh, that's right, I'm exhausted from having successfully assassinated a guy, so maybe we should just run over here and be in position to do a thing. I'm gonna, like, split the difference so Gotrek can run back and attack these guys, if that makes more sense. Dwinbar Renulfson just needs to get over here. Is the fastest way really gonna be over land? It probably makes more sense to drop off here, right? Yeah, and then he can get up Stone Mine and... Where do I want him to go? I guess just down the coast makes the most sense. Or maybe the thing that makes the most sense is for him to stay in the water. Travel as far down here, because if they're turning on the Khemri...
Anger burns bright. I'm off.
Hi. We're here now.
I'll cast the runes.
Not be tired in case there is battle. And yeah, I'm in range of this. So if they do attack the Temple of Tlinkon, it now has 20 units of angry dwarves as defense, so these guys probably will break off and run. We're out here saving lives, everybody. Here, yeah, I guess max out Oakenhammer, and then we can remove these growth buildings. I don't really even know what else to do in this area. This is not mission critical. Karak Azgal could be upgraded, that would be fine. Oh, Karak Azul gets to get capped, which means we get to remove these growth buildings. And that is all of our money. We still have so much empire management. Alright. Oh. There are armies in the south. Let's make sure that everybody who's in recruitment mode is actually, like, doing the right thing. Right, we don't need to set any more troops coming in for you this turn. Tecton Halfhand, on the other hand, should probably move. Right, like, we should track that Bjornling army with you. Here, we can move down. We can move all the way down to here. This is still technically my territory, so I can recruit from here next turn if I need to. But we should try to make sure that we're keeping an eye on the Bjornlings, because we can help. Also, I'm at war with them, and I should know where their armies are so that we don't get surprised. Yeah, alright. This is the only really big part of the Chaos Invasion that's left. Sorry, the part that we have to deal with. There are Chaos dudes in other places. Right, we know that there's a blue Chaos Force that comes up later in the turn order that is still potentially a threat. I don't know where those guys are. The Empire's running around down here in their pocket of perfect safety, defended by thousands of dwarven lives. Okay. They made a decision here. Oh, they're lightning striking me. I didn't realize that the AI could have lightning strike. Okay, so Sarthoriel the Everwatcher and his completely fresh army against Scully Hellhind and his completely fresh army. The good news for us here is that this army has no, like, horse masters or anything. They have no real range to speak of, which means that our gyrocopters can immediately fly forth and attack the hell cannons, so we might really be able to limit the damage done by these hell cannons. Alright, yeah, we have time. We have time for this battle. Let's do it. So we have a fair number of Iron Breakers. See, they have mostly, they have a lot of Chaos Warriors instead of Chosen. Chaos Warriors are much less terrifying. You know, Chosens have like 60 defense and stuff. These guys fight more like dwarves. We can fight Chaos Warriors. They do have a lot more cavalry than I'm used to. 6 units of cavalry. We have Giant Slayers, I guess, but our artillery is gonna get messed up. That's just going to happen. Alright. Let's do it. Balance of Power Bar has this massively in our favor. I don't agree with the degree of that, but I do think this is in our favor. We have a couple units of Rangers for having at these Chaos Spawn and the Trolls. All these poorly armored units. And then Sarthoriel the Everwatcher himself is a danger, don't get me wrong. I haven't talked about him at all, but he does matter. He is scary. Let's keep the artillery formation really tight here. So let's do like 4 units of Iron Breakers across. Some guarding the flanks. Those guys are facing the wrong way. There we go. And then Giant Slayers behind, facing behind, because let's be honest, we know what they're going to do with their cavalry. Not leave them an opening. You guys, you can put you in dense little blocks like in the corners here. That should be fine. Of course, our Rune Lord is ready for action, and you guys... yeah, just as close to the front as you can be, because you know what the plan is here.
Nothing can stop us.
Alright, let's go bust up the hell cannons. Alright, so I'm gonna manually fly the gyrocopters through their stuff a little bit here. Let's make sure that we get some good bombs off.
Yes, 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 Lord. Right, move now. Strike out. Aye. Charge.
Drop them, drop them, drop them.
Aye, as you command. Plow through. Will do.
Okay, so the hell cannons are actually shooting the gyrocopters, which is something I guess I should have moved the gyrocopters behind them to prevent. Let's make sure that this stuff is all firing at reasonable targets. In particular, I'm concerned about the flame cannons. Actually, never mind, we don't even have range. Yeah, okay. Just do whatever then. Let's have the gyro bombers move over here and then shift-click attack. Look at this. I'm learning from the comments. I can hear you guys. We're going to have you fly over here and then shift-click attack from that angle. Honestly, none of these guys should have guard up. And this gyro bomber needs to get to work. Gyro bombing. Oh, look at him grouping up. I do so love a good gyro bombing. So the Hell Cannon projectiles are somewhat homing. Okay, so we got a lot of fire coming in on these guys. Let's focus the organ guns now that more enemies are in range. Want to make sure the organ guns are focused on the Chosen here. I'm most worried about the Chosen. The other enemies do matter. I'm very worried about these Chosen. These guys are going to be closing into grenade range in a second here. They're going to find that this charge is ill-advised. Flame cannons have very limited range, so let's let them do the thing on these guys for now. But we definitely want to let the trolls have it as soon as that's feasible because, first of all, of course, the trolls have no armor and no defenses and are very vulnerable. But secondly, trolls have regeneration and they take bonus damage from fire. So you guys can finish off that one. We're going to commit some more bombing over here. Now, the crew of a Hell Cannon is actually unbreakable. They will not run. Apparently, they're content to just wait and let us range this out. Can't say I think that's a wise decision on their part. Off to the side a little bit. Okay, yeah, I was expecting them to get a little bit more aggressive here. They really have waited for us to decimate them before approaching, which I really question the wisdom of. Spawn have regeneration, right? They do not. So they don't take bonus damage from fire. That said, I think they are more dangerous than trolls. So yeah, let's make them one of the targets. Right. And Chaos Warriors are not like... They're not dangerous. They're just not as dangerous as the Chosen are. Well, the part of the battle that we knew was going to go our way is certainly going our way. So once all the Chaos Warriors actually get in on us, I'm thinking things will turn a little bit better for them. They are kind of... Ooh, magic. Right, I forgot about all the Chaos magic. You guys need to refocus on the Chaos Spawn. Alright, they are starting to finally come forward. Get them! Okay, so shift around here and then right click. Look at that. Thank you all, by the way, helping me improve my play. Let's see, who else needs fire? Well, I mean, we just got like blocks of dudes approaching. Do not let them. Do not let them do anything other than be massively on fire. Let's talk about Sarthoriel the Everwatcher. I don't really know his stats. So he's a spellcaster, of course. It looks like he is a metal school spellcaster, because those are metal spells. He has not as much melee defense as I might have expected. But other than that, he looks like a pretty good combat lord. He causes terror. He is unbreakable. But he only has 30 armor. That's very interesting. You guys are now on Sarthoriel duty. We probably want the organ guns to continue focusing on... No, do I? Maybe I do just want to focus on him. We don't really need the iron, or the armor piercing damage that they do to bring him down, but just like damage on him is good. Honestly, I think this is going pretty well. You guys are all focusing on there. So yeah, we're going to get rid of these Hell Cannons long before they get to fire all their shots, which is good for us. God, look at the Flame Cannons work. Flame Cannons are so cool. Yeah, the Giant Slayers are tearing up these Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights are very poorly suited to fighting Giant Slayers. Ooh. Look at the fleeing. Look at the cowardice. Alright, get up here and threaten the chariots. You guys need to stay on your game. I think I'm going to have this unit of Iron Breakers. It looks like we've caught or broken most of the cavalry, so I'm fine sacrificing that that back guard thing. Let's have people move up. Kind of get into grenade throwing range. Holy crap, high tier dwarf armies are awesome. Oh, we're running out of ammo. Whatever. Dwarves will do a fine job of, or the gyrocopters will do a fine job of just meleeing those dudes. Yeah, high-tech dwarf armies rule.
Move to attack!
You can bowl over some of us. But I wonder, was it worth the price you'll pay? Alright, Sartorial's taken some damage. Honestly, we're not suffering nearly as badly as I was afraid we might from the all of the fear and stuff that is being inflicted. If these dudes want to arrange a charge on the Giant Slayers, I think they're going to find that that doesn't work out quite the way they would like. Oh man, and anytime anybody retreats, they eat a ton of grenades.
Move now! Strike!
Yeah, high tier dwarf armies are just awesome.
Fire on the fore! Attack the earth! Get them!
Actually, we should probably focus those grenades over here a little bit. Hell cannons are inflicting some friendly fire damage.
By the layer's will!
I'd have at him. Sartorial's losing. He's eating a lot of kinds of damage. Ooh, check out those, the Golden Hounds of something or other. It's a pretty powerful spell. Oh man, like, yeah, they break and run and just immediately get obliterated. Sartorial's the only one who's not out yet because he won't, he's unbreakable, so we're gonna have to actually kill him. And he's almost dead. Oh, these guys are unbreakable as well. Okay, so as soon as we finish off the Hell Cannon here... Oh, you do still have ammo. Wow. Yeah, as soon as we finish off the Hell Cannon crew. Everybody get 'em! The rest of the Chaos Forces are permanently broken, so there's not really... Actually, sorry. All you guys don't get them. Please don't fire artillery at our gyrocopters. We need them. And honestly, we didn't even really take that much damage on, like... If Archaon does not also have Lightning Strike, he's in a terrible position. If he does have Lightning Strike, his fresh army will probably defeat this one. These little Chaos Dwarves, man. Tough dudes. Oh, wow. Rotored his head clean off. Well, I wish you could have done that at the start, but I'll take it. Yeah, Hell Cannons are scary, man. We did a good job of limiting their damage there, and Dwarven Artillery carried the rest of the day. That was a fun fight. It's a lot of fire and explosions. Not, I think, what the Warriors of Chaos were expecting when they came down from the frozen wastes. Also, man, I don't even want to think about what it would be like to be in a big suit of metal armor getting hosed down by a napalm cannon. That's probably a really unpleasant experience. 101 kills on one of the flame cannons, 93 on the other. Massively ahead of anybody else in the battle. These flame cannons were absolutely worth all the effort we had to go to get them. There's probably a trait for defeating Sartorial, right? Okay, that was the end of them. Archaon didn't want to get off his boat. Bretonia has confederated the Knights of Origo. I don't know. Were those the Bretonians, the Bretonian guys that we saw on the north coast of the desert? I don't remember what that faction was. All right, so with that, we've pretty much broken the spine of the Chaos Invasion now. It's possible that we could still lose an army to Archaon.
Some kill me.
Like I said, if he has, do I want this defensive alliance? You are at war with all the people I don't like. Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, if Archaon has Lightning Strike, he could easily kill one of our armies, but he will not.
Greetings.
He won't get much more done beyond that. And if he doesn't have Lightning Strike, he's completely doomed. I do not want a military alliance with a force of lizard men that I know nothing about. I have no idea what kind of trouble you might get me into. So, if we manage to chill out this Chaos Invasion, most of the armies that are up here are just going to sweep west into Norska proper. I mean, Guthrie's not going to go any more insane, right? He can lead the push on the Norskins. Forever will they fear the name of Guthrie the Mad. Oh, I guess we only come to their defense as defensive allies if we're actually at war with the faction that they are fighting. Well, okay. I guess we didn't save anybody. And that means that that territory is no longer friendly to us, so we're not replenishing
Will you
anymore.
join me?
The good news is... Nah. The good news is, now that we are defensive allies with Hexawaddle, they have a ton of territory for us to use as a place to replenish. And to be perfectly honest with you, like, all Kislev did was run one stack up and get their stack immediately murdered, but honestly, I think they may have saved us. One more army of beastmen could have led to a serious rout last turn, which would have left us unable to do any of the fighting that we needed to do this turn. Well, I guess we only fought with the fresh army this turn. But you know what I mean, we'd be in a much worse position. It would be just that army against Archaon's fresh army, plus whatever extra beastmen survived the battle that would have gone better for them. Basically what I'm saying is, I consider Kislev's assistance offered. I'm not gonna get mad at them for not showing up. They did what we needed. The minimum that we needed, but they did it. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm shocked that those guys haven't actually attacked one of our cities yet. So yeah, there's this Puppets of Chaos and Servants of Chaos. I don't know where those armies are. Seems like they might be other people's problem. Which is nice. It's nice for it not all to fall on me. Okay, Norska and the Varg are still looking pretty weak. I'm hoping they're just having money problems. Like, we've driven them back so much. Yeah. I'm not big on intellectual property enforcement. Give them fire. Okay, so a bunch of Confederation happening. Troll country's in trouble. Oh hey, Slayer's Onslaught. I forgot we were researching that. Guthrie the Mad Architect. Alright, let's take these levels here. So we're actually going to be completely at full health with this army at the beginning of next turn. Replenishment is good and important. And how are the other armies up here doing? Grombrindal has a basically full, healthy stack. Guthrie and Thorgrim are both healthy, although a little undermanned. Okay, we did it. Who has skill points to spend? Kurgan Granted Hand. Someday, Kurgan. Someday you will fight again. So, what's the plan with these guys? It turns out that the inner part of the continent is all Skaven. What do I want to do here? I mean, I landed here because this was the convenient place to replenish. I guess we can move up to the floating pyramid area and come down from there. What is it? It's this middle bit. This is going to be tough to take, actually. I guess not aggression pact. Let's go defensive alliance, military access.
Take thee away.
we might want to use their territory as our grounds for movement. Oh man, they have one city left and it's plagued. The Skaven are really taking over. We need to get out of the Skaven jungle. We need to get down to the monument and claim it as quickly as possible. And how many armies do I think these guys have?
Where's my madness? Come.
That's probably like 2 or maybe even 3. Maybe what we should do is come up here and help our allies root out the Blue Vipers from the north. They're not going to march south with us, though. No, we need to go to the mountains. We're not at war with anybody here yet, so it's not dangerous to underway move. Nobody can intercept us. We need to get down to Itza and move in from there, because if we try to approach this from the north, we're going to find ourselves surrounded, I think.
Fulfill my slayer.
Okay, and actually, I probably shouldn't even have done that. We should stop here. It is, yeah. Well, I kind of want to go one more turn, even though it'll make the episode super long, just because we could wrap up this chaos nonsense, right?
Never.
This army's really torn up. We could finish them off.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Yeah, we should.
Can I help?
I'm just going to push on. Let's do
I
it.
suppose so. Retake the realms.
So we'll have... These guys are in march mode too, so they won't be...
No grudge bearer would do this.
I need to move
Throne bearers,
units just to have the most overwhelming benefit, or the most overwhelming victory possible here. Move people into reinforcement range. These guys are in march mode. They can't run. We don't need to do this part manually. 30 lost. That seems maybe high. I probably could have done it with 0. I guess it depends on where our reinforcements came in from. Okay, we have a lot of dwarf followers. I'm gonna, between this episode and next, I'm gonna do a pass on our followers and try to make sure everybody's equipped with as many things as they can be equipped with.
Let us begin.
Everybody fall back to reinforcement range of Silk Tracking, back into encamp mode.
Lord. I'll get on it.
Yeah, you're in the circle.
It's as good as done.
Okay, Archaon's done for, right?
It is time.
So next turn he makes landfall, and we crush him. We could just attack him in the water, but you have to auto-resolve naval battles, and I would prefer not to auto-resolve one army versus one army. And I think we might actually have trouble maneuvering all of the boats into combat there. Relentless, you're just sort of past needing skill points. Okay.
I answer to clan and hold.
So yeah, all you really need to do is harass people.
Fulfill my dringy oath.
Failure? Gotrek, I'm ashamed of you. Let's get... Alright, next time he levels up, he gets to be immortal.
Restless.
Let's have the other guy go first, because he doesn't move as far. So what do we just... Yeah, just too much desert. Oh no, okay, there's a nice area with lots of trees and oases over here. We just have to be careful how we move. Is this really just sitting empty? I kind of want to check it. It could be a Skaven. Like, I can't imagine that there would be a faction of Skaven here, but also, why would this be empty? It is only unpleasant climate for us. We could take it. It's a gem mine. I assume that this is only of special importance to Tomb Kings. Now, you know what? Not my problem. Let's just keep moving. We have somewhere to be. These guys can take a more direct route, because heroes by themselves are immune to attrition. Some technology you'd think they would share with the armies. So it looks like they must be at Gorgazon. Oh yeah, they took Zandri. Interesting, they actually take territory. I would have assumed that they were like a horde faction. I guess they're Norskins, not Chaos, right? So
Heading out.
yeah, all right. Let's ride out to assist. We might be able to help. All right, Grimnir's favor. It's not that great. You know what? Let's take a boost to hammerers. I don't think we even really have many hammerers in our armies, though. Let's take this instead. Plus 5 armor for all infantry. That matters. Yeah. And it'll lead to another armor and melee defense boost for... Okay. That's a fine bonus coming up. We can do this. Actually, yeah, let's not do that. Hold on. Right, because Karakazgal is only upgrading to 4, so we still need population here. And we have a ton of money, and I think some open recruitment slots, so let's recruit.
Onward!
Again, it's just going to be great weapon. Oh, see... Huh, he can recruit Thunderers in one turn. We couldn't do that before, right? Am I imagining things? This is Thorgrim again. Trying to see, is there something about his army? Nope, Thunderers are totally, well, whatever. So we just need, yeah, stuff that recruits quickly because we need to get on the walk. I mean, maybe we don't, though, anymore. Now that things have calmed down. Yeah, let's give Guthrie some real recruits going. He's just going to head west and fight Norskins forever. He needs a real army. Ironbreakers might be too much at 4 turns each, but we could grab, like, Longbeards and Giant Slayers. We should get some Giant Slayers for him. How many? How many is too many? Probably that's enough. Let's get some more Longbeards. I guess, though, hold on. If we're going to have him sitting here through 2 rounds of recruitment anyway, he may as well get some Ironbreakers. He's going to be sitting here for 4 turns no matter how we do this. So why don't we... Let's see, if I do it like this, and then when these Giant Slayers are done, recruit more Giant Slayers, he ends up with 5 units of Giant Slayers in his army, and all this other stuff. I think that's actually pretty good. Right, it's going to be 6 turns to recruit Flame Cannons, which I don't want to spend. But we could get him some Gyrocopters. Gyrocopters are a little less good against Norska, though. Because Norska has more ranged weaponry. It's not great ranged weaponry, but... Yeah, this will be fine. And the organ guns are super effective against all of that Norskin cavalry and stuff, because the projectiles are so fast. Alright, what else do we need to do? We're 6 turns off of being able to grow Hell Pit and get the last slot. This stuff's all healthy. We may as well do some basic recruitment upgrades here because we may need to do some basic recruitment here. Yeah. Yeah, we have walls and stuff. Do I think that we could ride out and wipe out this army? Probably not. Yeah, we want them to have to fight us on the walls. Alright, so this gives Archaon his chance to make landfall. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Like, obviously he can't attack us meaningfully, but Sarthoriel also could not attack us meaningfully. Even if he had won that lightning strike battle, what would have come of it? He would have just been immediately annihilated by the rest of my armies, right? So I'm not really sure what his plan is. He could just run away.
Greetings. You no doubt have a
But he's going to have a hard time making anything out of fleeing here. How is there a dead province? Yeah, why is that ruins? At first I thought, oh, Bretonia must have ridden the Tillians out, but no, the place the Tillians took over is still Tillian. Okay, so he's in full retreat, which means we are on the march. Prince Sigvald is back, but yeah, this force is a pale shadow of what it once was, and our force is actually in pretty good shape now. So, okay, we're not going to complete the chaos chapter of this campaign this episode. We're going to have to ride out on them, but it's effectively over. The Kislevites are still massing armies. They could still come up here and help us. We've broken them. It's just a matter of not losing a bunch of stuff during our cleanup attempt. And then we still maybe have to figure out what's going on with all of this. I'm actually still kind of unclear. A defensive alliance I feel better about. So you're allied with some people I don't like. My big concern is that these guys and Liberus might end up at each other's throats. Yeah, it's just there's no benefit to this. I don't know who you are or what you're doing down there in that corner. I believe the Last Defenders are one of the legendary lord, player factions of Lizardmen. I have no idea why they're still, so tiny. I guess Liberus must have held them off. It's kind of, that corner is kind of a weird thing, right? Because Liberus is also a player faction. A legendary lord faction. They just got stuck behind the mountains and never found their way out.
Fist. Some call me
Nah. We'll go straight from defensive allies to Confederation. Once the Confederation option is available again. We might need to take a couple of turns off of Confederating and let the rest of our stuff recover. So yeah, without Guthrie, we have 2 and a half-ish stacks of very healthy, powerful guys who can ride out on Chaos, and I think we should be able to take them down. They have 2 stacks that I would not think would match up against our 2 stacks. I mean, we gotta check what Sigvald has. He may have refilled his army with Chosen or something, but Darbert's Bigagit. That's a pretty great orc name. Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to catch the Blue Vipers off guard here. It would be nice to be able to build a second army over here instead of having to wait for a second army to come over from the other continent. Yeah, and once Guthrie's done with his recruitment, instead of heading west to blow up Norska, he'll come over here and wipe these guys out, and then he'll head to Norska. Although we do have to be a little careful because he is going to have a negative effect on the public order of whatever region he's in during that cleanup period. We're honestly still kind of stretched a little thin here. Alright, yep. More grudges. Beastmen raiding us constantly. Oh, that's cool. Not super useful at this point in the game. And Thorgrim has also gone insane. Well, as has his engineer. So, actually, Thorgrim's army is producing a massive public order penalty. How bad is our public order up there? Yeah, we are now at -12, even with the massive military presence, because of all of the... We're at characters +1 net. We're still over... all of the approval bonuses from our characters are still slightly overriding those negatives. But man, fighting Chaos forever takes a serious toll. So anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're going to ride these Chaos dogs down. And we'll see you then.